welcome to part 1 of my sixth form series. This is going to be a 3-part series. Today I'm going to be giving you sixth form tips and A-levels advice. In the next video I'm going to be talking you through my medicine journey. I've had so many questions on my supercurriculars, my personal statement, my application process, etc. And then the third video I want to do an in-depth on how I revised my A-levels, which were chemistry, biology and maths. These are going to be fun little very short extra videos that I'm going to try to upload on Wednesdays, as well as my regular Sunday uploads just before I go to uni, just because I want to get the information out to you guys as quick as possible. I get so many questions all the time and I don't always have time to reply to everyone, so hopefully I can cover as much as I can in this video. And if you have any questions, please comment below, help each other out in the comments. But yeah, today's video is going to be a sixth form advice video and everything I wish I knew before I entered sixth form. I'm guessing if you're watching this you're probably in your year 11 summer, so first of all, congratulations for doing your GCSEs. I know they can be so tough and hopefully you guys have enjoyed your long nice GCSE summer. The first thing I want to talk about is this like jump from GCSE to sixth form, which so many people talk about. And first of all, I want to say that everyone's sixth form experience is so different, but genuinely, if this makes you feel any better, for me, I did not find the jump from GCSEs to sixth form much of a jump at all. Watching this back, I just want to clarify there definitely is an increase in workload. I remember maths, they were setting us so much work. I was like, this is insane. But I wanted to get people out of the like jump to sixth form scaries, because if you manage your time well, I promise you, you'll be fine. I found the jump from year 12 to year 13 much bigger than from GCSEs to year 12. I honestly loved year 12. I loved year 13 as well, but year 12 was amazing. I was super excited to join new societies, which I'd highly recommend. Get stuck in with as many sporting activities as you can, or just as many opportunities you can get yourself in, do it. If your sixth form offers like a play or like a musical, definitely do it. I'm not musical, so I wasn't a part of it, but a lot of my friends that either sang or acted or played an instrument went into the school musical and absolutely loved it. And joining societies or social opportunities is just such a good way to make friends if you're nervous of making friends. I promise you, everyone is in the same situation as you. Everyone is looking to meet new people, and getting yourself involved with lots of different activities just gives you more opportunity to meet more people that may not be in your classes. In terms of like studying, my main advice would just to be on top of your work from year 12. And I'm not saying like every single free you have you need to be dedicating to study, because I definitely didn't do that, but not completely slacking off at the start of year 12. It's so exciting joining a new sixth form, being in a new school, and I do know people that completely slacked off at the start of year 12, and you can do it. It just makes your life a lot harder when you go into year 13, having to catch up and relearn a lot of your basic concepts. So finding a balance between listening in class, keeping up with content, using some of your frees when you need them, when you don't have as much time, and then also socializing in some of your frees, making friends. That is also super important to actually enjoy your sixth form experience. I think acknowledging when the right time is to like lock in, go to the library and like actually catch up on something and then socialize is something you'll definitely develop in sixth form. But yeah, don't lock yourself away in all your frees, but at the same time, don't just do nothing, because you'll probably regret it in a year's time. And talking about that, sixth form is a lot less structured than secondary school. You still have your teachers and you still have lots of support available, but you get so much more free time. Like going from all your lessons in the whole day being filled, especially if you do 3 A-levels, you get like probably 1 to 2 hours a day of like studies or free periods. So staying organized and keeping on top of things is super important. Keep on top of homework. Use a planner. If you use a paper planner, that's fine. I use an online planner. I use Notion. If you want to see my Notion tour, it's somewhere on my channel. I've actually just updated my Notion for uni, so I might do an updated one. But be organized, because being organized means you can have more fun. Like I would know what homework was due for when and when I would do it, and then I would know when I had free time, and then I can use that free time to go out with friends or do something I enjoy, like sporting activities. And although being organized requires a little bit more effort, it genuinely is better in the long run, because you can see where you have gaps of free time, and also you don't get too overwhelmed when you get to the end of the week and you've actually completed a lot of your tasks that you've wanted to. At sixth form, if you miss a lesson, like a teacher isn't going to spoon feed you the lesson. Like you have to make sure you go to the teacher or you go to a friend, you catch up on the work. I would really recommend this, especially if you do sports, or say you're like a senior prefect in your school. It's very easy to miss lessons in sixth form, so just make sure that if you do miss lessons you keep up with the work, because otherwise it will get on top of you. Another thing is not being scared to try different study methods. So in GCSEs I did not use like digital at all. Like all my flashcards were written, paper notes, and then in sixth form I made the decision to transition to more digital. So I started using Anki, which is like a spaced repetition flashcard app/website, and I just found that typing it saved me a lot of time. I would still sometimes do mind maps and blurting with friends, but if you had a way that you revised in GCSEs, don't just be like 100% oh, this worked for me in GCSE, so I'm going to stick with it, because A-level content can be different, and exploring new ways of studying is definitely key just to like grow your study methods. In terms of being organized, I also keep a day folder in my bag, so I'd have like my 3 subjects in there, and then every now and then, maybe like every week or 2 weeks, I would file the notes that I wasn't using into my big files at home. So just even stuff like keeping your bag organized for me was just very good in like setting out everything, keeping everything easily seen. It just helped my brain, if that makes sense. When people ask how I balance so many things, honestly, being organized is just so key, so you can see where you have time, where you want to schedule in downtime. I would really recommend, if you don't use Notion, to use Notion. This isn't sponsored, or maybe not even Notion, but just some sort of planner. I would literally have my to-dos for the day, my to-dos for the week, my school to-dos, my urgent appointments. Go watch my Notion tour if you haven't, but seeing everything spread out was just so good for the brain to see what I needed to do. So my next tip would just to never be shy when asking for help, whether this is from a friend or from a teacher. Your teachers are literally there to help you. I'm pretty sure I gave this advice in my GCSE advice video, but your teachers are literally working to help you. They want you to succeed. So do not be afraid if you are in class to put your hand up and ask a question, or if you're too shy to do that, literally just wait behind at the end of class and ask your teacher to explain something for 1 minute. I promise you it won't take long, and you will just thank yourself when it comes to revision a few months down the line and you have no idea. Or if you're too scared to ask a teacher, literally ask your friend. I am so thankful for the friends that I had in my classes, because I'm very much like an explanation person. Once something has been explained to me, especially for biology or chemistry, it usually sticks in my head once I actually understand it. And for me, I found that personally one of the best ways of remembering content. I will speak about that in another video. But yeah, anything you don't understand, get someone to explain it to you now, or when it comes to A-level revision, there will be so many things that you just don't understand. And what you want is to get to A-level to revision and you understand everything. It's just a matter of memorization, rather than having to reteach yourself and understand everything and memorize it. If that makes sense, it will just be a lot easier when it comes to revision. Everyone asking how I managed to do so much at sixth form and keep a balance between, you know, like studies, sports, etc. Honestly, I'm just a big, like, the busier a person is, the more likely they are to get things done. If you are an organized person and you have a planner and you organize your week, in my head, I honestly think the busier you are, the more effective you are, the more effective you're going to be at what you're doing. A quick example, say on a Saturday, I knew I needed to do a good 5 hours of revision, but I had the entire day to do that. I have 10 hours to do 5 hours of revision. I feel like you just procrastinate, or maybe be less effective when you're revising, take a bit longer. Oh, I have all 10 hours of today, I'll just do a little bit, I'll let this take a little bit longer. Whereas for me, say I had a run in the morning and then I was meeting a friend for coffee, and then I had 3 hours to lock in, and then I was going to see my dad for a bit, and then in the evening I had another 2 hours. When everything's so scheduled, it's like, okay, I literally have 3 hours to do my work, let's just get it done. For me, I genuinely find, I mean, this is to an extent, but being busier to an extent and having balance is much better, because you will be more effective in those 3 hours and those 2 hours when you have it scheduled in that you're going to work, than over a whole day where you have nothing else really planned. And it gives your brain a break. Like, honestly, balance is key. I would not be able to go through A-levels without like consistently doing exercise or meeting friends. I'm not the person that could just give up my social life for school. I'd find that so hard and like mentally draining. I feel like I'd look back and I'd just be like, I don't know, it wasn't worth it really. So yeah, my school's motto was also work hard, play hard. Work hard when it comes to it, but also enjoy it. After you've worked hard, congratulate yourself. If you're an overachiever like me, it's so easy to just, you know, do really well in exams or do really well in something and then just be like, okay, next thing, what's next? What am I doing next? Like, take a moment, appreciate how hard you've worked, go out and celebrate with your friends, have that balance. Like, just force yourself to have that balance. I said this was going to be a quick video and I've already been filming for like 15 minutes. Other sixth form tips I would have: don't listen to people online that are like crazy about work at sixth form. You can definitely still have a balance. I remember watching this A-level advice video and she was like, write flashcards after every single lesson. And I swear, like, you get so tired in sixth form, like it's just natural, like you're very busy, and there could probably be like a whole week where I just wouldn't fully pay attention in class. And like this is just normal. Like if you are a normal human being, you have lessons where you just completely zone out. Like I'd walk out of lessons and be like, I have no idea what's just happened. This is not me being a bad student, like most of the time I would be on it, but you do just have those weeks, like they are genuinely inevitable. And someone telling me to write a flashcard after every lesson, like some lessons we literally learn half a spec of content. There is actually no point, in my opinion anyways, unless you have like all the time in the world. But wait till you get to the end of a topic, because also sometimes teachers include lessons that aren't actually on the spec but just help your understanding. So focus more on understanding, being present in the lesson. I know that contradicts what I just said, but as much as you can, be present in the lesson, listen to your teachers, and then at the end of each topic go through the spec checklist and be like, okay, what did they actually teach me that I need to know for my exams? Like what was just for understanding and what do I actually need to know? And then make your revision resources from that, not just after every lesson, because some lessons I know like we would not have any content that would genuinely be important. And finally, I honestly could waffle forever, like genuinely, I don't know, I love giving advice, but just be nice to everyone. Genuinely, there is no point being mean. It's honestly harder to be mean than it is to be nice. Even if there was someone that you maybe didn't get along with in secondary school, you were like entering a new chapter of your life, not to be super cringy, but you are going somewhere different, you're meeting new people. Just don't hold anything unnecessary. Like just be nice to people, smile at people, be friendly with people in your class. They will help you out when it comes to it and you need something explaining. Don't be super competitive and annoying with your classmates. Just focus on yourself, don't compare. Easier said than done, I know. I went to a grammar school, but at sixth form it's not like GCSEs. Like at sixth form everyone is looking to get to a different place. Everyone has their own goals and their own grade they want to achieve for the university they want to go to. So do not compare yourself. I promise you friends will be so important during your sixth form experience if you want to have a good time. The step up from year 12 to year 13 in my opinion was a lot more than I expected it to be. If you are a year 11 watching this, then maybe just prepare for year 13. At the start of year 13 I was doing my personal statement, I was submitting my university application via UCAS, I was preparing for interviews, and I know this is just med and there may not be as much stress for other courses, but I found it very stressful going into year 13, especially at the start. So just make sure that you are prepared for that. But honestly, you'll be fine. It can be so tough at times, and A-levels sucked. Like genuinely, A-levels suck. I hated them. I hated waiting for results day. I'm still delaying my results day video because I was 1 mark off an A star in something and I want to get it remarked and then come back to you guys with my final results when I get it remarked. But you will be fine, like you will get through it. I actually really loved year 13. Like I actually preferred year 13 to year 12 just because there was a lot more work, but I also had a lot more balance in year 13. Just because although there was more work, I had more balance in year 13. Like we would go to the pub, especially because we were 18, like on the Fridays when we didn't have anything important next week, we would go to the pub with friends. I'm not just saying going out is the only thing, but I just was a little bit more like, not loose, but like more happy to not be as set on my work in year 13. And I genuinely enjoyed year 13 so much, and I still got into my firm uni, which is UCL for medicine. So this is your proof that you can have balance whilst at sixth form and you will be completely okay. Thank you for letting me ramble. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to try give you guys as much advice as possible. As I said, this is the first part to a 3-part series, so this is just general sixth form tips and advice and A-level advice. I'm gonna film my medicine journey video soon because any medics that are following me, I want to give you guys the exact like application timeline and process. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying summer and I hope you all have the best time at sixth form.